So my name is Maia. I'm 32 years old from Hong Kong. My husband, Canadian Chinese, I met him in dental school.
Right.
Told myself I'll never come to Canada, ever in my life, like to live here. And what happened was we came here to visit his parents and we settled here. And we were also working on our dental license. So yeah, that was a couple of years ago. 3 years ago, 3.5. My husband's decided to go back to school, so yeah, he's finishing it up and this baby was born. So I PR, yeah, applied for my citizenship. When I married my husband, because I married him here, so we ended up applying it here, the PR here. They wrote my name wrong. My Chinese name, they didn't write it completely. They left like one of my names. So we had to wait for that. Because of that, it took a bit longer. But yeah, it's okay now. And now I'm applying for the citizenship. Hopefully it won't take that long. Half my heart is still, well, not here. But half of it is already here. It's growing into me. It hasn't been easy. Like the last few years that I have immigrated here, it hasn't been easy. So it's really hard for me to feel like I'm settled. My husband is trying his best to make me feel settled. My heart will always be part in Hong Kong and in England. So I don't know if I'll ever be settled. If you've lived a significant amount of time in Hong Kong, then you're a Hong Konger. So like for me, I haven't lived a significant amount in Canada yet.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm not born here, so therefore I don't see myself as that just yet. For me, it might take some time. I think I miss the human contact the most. I love talking to people. The only thing that I realize is just certain cultural boundaries. People still think sometimes that I'm from Japan. Like people that I talk to, it's like, oh, like we're from Hong Kong. It's like, cool, so it's like the same language, which is like, you know, you try to say, it's not Japan really. I know, but what I mean is, and then they try to, you know, most immigrants is that you realize that this is not your home. And someone, it's that when someone makes you feel that, you know, you're just an immigrant. The fact that someone made me feel that way and said that, oh, I'm just an immigrant and I don't know the ways here in Canada.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's true, but like, don't make me feel that way. But it's only the 1% of the people like that. Right? Not all of them are like that. The people, unless they traveled, then they could talk to you. But if they haven't traveled that much, then they don't find anything to talk about. Like, they don't know what, they don't want to offend you. It depends on the person that you happen to talk to.
Right.
If they're open-minded, cool. If they're not, then you keep talking until they're open-minded. That's what I had to do in Halifax the last few years. A lot of the parents here, what they do with their kids is, the Chinese parents, they speak to them in Cantonese, right? You're forcing them to learn a language that's really hard. Cantonese is a very hard language. In my house, in the future, I don't have a house now, but in the future, when I do, I will have one room that is just full of Hong Kong stuff. Like maybe paintings of like a Pasi and like Dixie, and then you just like immerse them. I'm pretty sure I can find a way to make my son learn it in a fun way that he will actually remember it. My home is where my husband and my son and my pug is. Wherever they are, that's where